What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We are back over on Ark Survival Ascended once again, picking things back up over here on the 30-day wipe servers of Ark. So in the last episode, we were able to get started off, get ourselves a basic kit and base spot, do a couple of raids, and that's going to continue today as we make some big progress, taming dinos, doing some raids, and getting all sorts of gear. So let's get into it. Alright, nothing too good in that drop. Gosh, dude, that's close. I swear, this is, I can't wait for Genesis to come out and have Bloodstalkers back. Or I guess I just need to get a Managar, because this is so dangerous, dude. I'm getting chased down by Reapers here on the surface. The spit is getting so close. Right, red drop. Oh, dude, nothing really, just metal structures. Okay, we got some C4 in that one and a sniper. Yeah, nothing in there. Okay, nothing really in that one. Okay, boys, so here's what we got. Nothing too crazy, honestly. We got a little bit of gear. You can see we got some decent saddles, like a good Spino saddle and some snipers, but nothing too crazy. Alright, boys, I found this little stone base. Usually I wouldn't blow this up, but I think it's weird. They have a cryo fridge outside. So we're just gonna check. See if there's anything in here. Is that it? Oh, dude, okay, that's actually pretty good. So we got Alpha Basilisk Fang and an Alpha Crab Claw, which will be pretty useful if we want to do the boss, which I'm kind of hoping we do this season. So that is actually definitely worth the 1C4. I heard myself kill oh, here it is. Yeah, I was gonna say I killed a bulb dog. I heard it blow up, but then it's on the outside of here. I'm just trying to drag this thing. It's all bugged. Okay, what if I go? Let me just go on the inside. We'll see. See if there's anything. And nothing in there. That's okay though. That's pretty good. A couple of tributes. All right, boys. Check out this huge base we found. These guys have been grinding. I just want to see. Okay, so I hit something with my crossbow. Everything's on passive. So check out this base. They got a bunch of Megalosauruses, rock drakes, good amount of turrets, indie forges, bunch of pyromanes. So that is a good looking base. We're definitely not equipped to raid this right now. I don't really have like good stegos or trikes or anything. Or good saddles for that matter, but it's good for us to find these bases early and keep them in the back of our mind. Definitely gonna have to come back to this one. I'm betting these guys are super stacked with loot, and I'm looking forward to figuring out how to raid that base. Okay, so we found, I don't really know. What is this? Like a rated little outpost over here on Aberration. These guys are already rated, but they have a couple of stegos. They got a heavy turret. Let me just see the health on these things. 6k. This one's 6k too. Alright. I'm like wondering if I actually want to kill these things because it's going to take a minute. Let's just see if there's anything left here. I hear a pyromane over here. Okay, there's one right there. Alright, both stegos are dead. Let's just check, see if they had anything. I'm pretty desperate at this point for stego saddles, and I know they didn't have any on them, but I thought maybe they were holding one, but they are not. Let's kill this pyromane really quick, and then we'll be on our way here. Alright, so we kept running around, and I found this little 1x2 turret box next to one of these charge nodes. Doesn't really look like much, but I don't know, dude. If they're hiding something, or this is like a little farming base, this could actually be a decent come up. So we're gonna go throw my stego. I already have a crowd fridge, so that's good. Okay, finally out. Okay, this the other turret on the far side I should be able to avoid if I'm careful. I'm still rocking just primitive armor, which isn't the best. Oh, it sounds like they have a link storage box in here. I can hear it, so. Okay, turrets are down. Oh, dude, no way. They have a wall in between this. Alright, so. Okay, we're gonna take this turret down, but I also want to see if we can get into this room. Alright, and that was probably a little stupid. I blew up the link storage box, so I can't see if there was anything in it. But, you know, is what it is. Let's pop this heavy turret, and then we'll probably keep scouting around. Just making sure, yeah, nothing in here. Okay, so there's 32 structures around, which makes me think there's more than this base. $400 bullets, that's not too bad. Dude, I know there's a base in here. Let me look at this. So he's got to make guano over there. I could tell because I was like above this base, and you can see how many structures are around, and there's way too many just for there to be nothing. So let's take a look. What is going on here, dude? He's got 3 turrets. Ooh, there's actually a decent little hidey hole in there. Vault generator. And he has his Meguana hidden over here. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, he's got some charcoal, metal. Not sure we'll be able to take that, but it's good to know. Okay, so we knocked this thing out. And nothing on it. We are going to take the saddle. Sorry, dude. But I'll leave your Meguana in case you want to log back on. I don't really know what's going on with the base, though. Because he has, like, multiple turrets. I saw, like, 3 turrets, but they're all turned off. But he has a generator that's on. So I don't know if he just... Maybe he doesn't have bullets for them. Or... Yeah, dude. These things are turned off. That is so weird. Oh, wait, these are powered? Wait, they're... What is going... I don't know what's going on with those. I saw, like, one of them move, maybe. Okay, so only one of them had ammo. No wonder they weren't shooting. They look turned off, though. Alright, and only 30 bullets. I could have just soaked that with my wooden shield. Okay, so let's see... 2, 3. Sorry, Mr. Human. Dude, he's already level 100. Wow. That's pretty good. Okay, let's take a peek in this guy's base here. Nothing too crazy in that vault. Let's see. Where'd he go? Here he is. Smithy, a couple of mortal and pestles. I'll take those, dude. A little bit of storage, not bad. Yeah, okay, so nothing too crazy. It looks like we're just gonna get maybe some cementing paste. Maybe I'll craft this into dino gates so we can transport the metal a little bit better. But yeah, nothing too crazy in this base. I was hoping for a little bit more than this. I mean, I guess he does have some spark powder and a couple of weapons we might take, but not much besides all that. Alright, boys, so you can see, if you see the structure count in the top left corner, this is kind of a cheap way to scout, but I mean, it's still in the game. Not sure why it is, honestly. They should definitely be taking this out. It wasn't in the old game, but it's a really easy way to see if someone has a base around. That's why I was just like gliding around looking for stuff, and then as soon as I can see the structures around, I take a look. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. I've been looking for this thing forever. Okay, I can hear a fabricator on. Let's take a look. I can get closer. Thing is, I have absolutely zero idea how to get in here. This must be like inside this tree somewhere. Some tiny little hole or something. Okay, there it is. I finally found it. It's on the other side though. It's definitely not over here. So we're gonna have to swing around, look for that. Dude, this guy has some gear here. He's got mana, stego. Let's pop in here, see what we get. You know, actually I'm gonna demo this. Just in case he has like an airlock in the entrance, I'm not gonna have to waste C4 on that. Okay. Oh, dude, okay, 64. He actually has some decent stuff in there. A couple of stegos. I want to kill this guy, but he has swamp aid, so I don't want to get that from him. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. Here, we're gonna like take him off to the side over here, and I have some plans for the man. Let's see. That's pretty much all he has that's good. So we're gonna feed him some organic polymer, and that way he'll be dead, and I won't aggro anything around me. There we go. High IQ. Finally, dude. Don't ever leave your fabricator on if you're logging off, dude. It's so loud. You can hear it from miles away. Okay, so let's see. Gunpowder. A couple of cliff plats. Need some water, dude. I guess I'll just eat some of these stimulants. Okay. Alright, I think that's about it. I'm not really going to kill like his other dinos. Got everything good that we wanted from that base. It was actually pretty decent. Got a good amount of items and resources. Let's jump off of here. I don't even really know where I am, dude. I'm getting lost in all these leaves. Gosh, I don't want to get anti-meshed and die. Okay, so here's where I hid all my stuff before, just because I had too much stuff to carry. So here's all we got. A few dinos, bunch of cementing paste, a couple of saddles. Yeah, some pretty decent stuff, honestly, especially for us early game. I do need to work on our base quite a bit. It's lacking on the defenses, so we will have to do that at some point. Okay, boys, we're over here on Scorched Earth now. I scouted around the server, didn't really find much, so we're just doing some desert drops. If you're wondering where I got this Rhino from, at the beginning of this series, they had the that like mod where you could make potions, and I got it from one of the dinos that I generated from one of the potions. Now that's been removed from the game, so you know I kind of lucked out by getting a couple of good dinos. Yeah, there's this weird base out here. I have so much stuff, like random junk I just picked up. I shouldn't be raiding this guy, but I didn't find anything else on this whole server, so I'm going to. Plus, I mean, you never know. Oh my gosh. He is like out in the middle of the desert, so he could have some desert drop stuff. That's pretty good. Might do one here too. There we go. Let's go. Alright, boys, so no surprise, this guy had like nothing good in his little base. I was kind of hoping. So we're back over at this base I was at a few days ago. These guys had so many dinos before, but it seems like they've either moved or they haven't logged on or something. They haven't been on in like a few hours. I came over here and scouted, and it looks like all their dinos were gone, except a few. So if you remember, these guys had like a bunch of dinos. Let's see, so you can see they still have this crab, pyromane. We got an indie forage over here. So yeah, we are gonna raid this base, dude. He's got a heavy turret. Okay, let's toss our crowfish down. And our normal auto turret. I'm kind of poor. I'm not level 100 yet, so I have to just do this. Alright, crab's on aggro, so we are going to get rid of this thing really quick. I'm not sure I want to kill this. I might just lead it away. It's only level 40 though. I don't know. I'll just leave it there for now. This thing should be almost ready to go. Oh my gosh, is that really it? Oh, dude, I brought this stego over for one turret, but it was a heavy turret, and so I only have prim flak. I couldn't really run that very good, but I guess it was just for one turret. It does... Oh my gosh, these things are unaggressive. It does seem kind of like these guys have packed up this base or just left it as a farming base. But I'm hoping we can get some good stuff out of it anyway. Stone and flint. Alright, yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting, dude. Let's see. Fireplace, toilet. Nothing really in here. I'll take this. Here's the guy, though. So, I mean, he might not have another base if he's logged out of this one. Bunch of spark powder. That's actually pretty good. Some other gear. This is actually decent, too. So, we got some ammo, grenade, some arrows, rocket launcher. Pretty decent helmet there. That is locked. Let's see. Okay, this is actually decent. So they got a bunch of saddles. Most of them are prim, but and in here, yeah, nothing too crazy. Couple more saddles in here. An ascendant trike saddle. That's actually pretty good. I'm gonna get rid of these guys' beds just because I don't want them spawning in, taking all this stuff. Let's get rid of this turret as well. Yeah, nothing too crazy in here. So the base, it didn't have too much loot, but I mean, it did have a good amount of resources and some other random stuff like saddles that we're gonna use. So yeah, you know. Okay, good. These crabs are no joke if they pick you. We'll keep all this organic polymer. Okay, so here's what we got. Some decent saddles, a bunch of organic polymer, some gear. The rest, I'll come back for in a second. We're just a little bit heavy on this pyromane, so I gotta upload a little bit of it. Oh, here we go. Okay, Quetzal, Pyromane, Ronto, Spinal. That's actually pretty good because even though that Pyromane and I think the Spino aren't growing yet, they're pretty high level. And the Pyromanes I tamed are not very good. Alright, boys, so we got our capped Spino saddle on our ready to go Spino here. So I found these guys. They have like a weird little base by the river with a bunch of aggressive dinos, so we're gonna have to go fight them if we want to get into it. Okay, there's one. Oh, these things are kind of kicking my butt. Alright, so these guys have some pretty good gear for where they're built. They have a bunch of cryopods, like decent crossbow I got there. Nothing really in here. I'll take this and the silencer. Some Planax seeds. Beer. Let's see. Oh, dude, they got a flak chest BP and a stego saddle BP. I didn't even see those. That's actually huge, dude. Lots and lots of stuff in these guys' little base, surprisingly. Oh, decent Spino egg. Okay, dude. Yeah, these guys have some pretty good juice in here. Here we got trike saddle BP, some C4, bunch of tools, take all the paste. Yeah, so we've pretty much been just raiding anybody and everybody I can find, and it's actually worked out pretty good. I feel like our base is pretty stacked at this point. We're gonna need to go back up to it and build it up a little bit though. Okay, so we made it to our little transmitter here. I think we're gonna wrap it up for today, but I want to transfer back to base and kind of show you guys the progress we've made. Put everything away. Alright boys, so we are back at base. Yeah, I know it's not really much, but it's what I need. So here is the entrance right up here on the roof towards the world border, and then we've added a few turrets. I think maybe what, like 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 right there, 7, and then 8, 9 up here to the right. So yeah, super small compact base, but that is how I like it. We're raising this guy's pyro main that we looted from him, and kind of show you what we got here. So starting to get a good amount of blueprints and weapons, other sorts of gear into our vault. Decent amount of consumables. We got a few eggs we need to hatch here. I got a Meguana, a Spino, and another Meguana. So that is pretty good. And then we do need to make a lot of turrets. We're starting to get the C4 flow going. Can start to make like 20 or 30 at a time. And here, nothing too crazy. Yeah. And then crowd fridge. We do have a lot of dinos though. We've got Stego, Spino, Meglos, Quetzal, Rhinio here. So yeah, boys, we're pretty stacked, especially for this point in the wipe and as a solo. So alrighty boys, that's gonna wrap up the second episode in this series. We started to make our little base, and things are only gonna get better as we try to raid and fight the bigger and bigger tribes of the cluster. Hope you guys are enjoying this new series. I'll have to catch you guys in the next one. Until then, as always, peace my dudes.